I found out at 26 that I was in the special needs class in middle school. Not good. Not good at all. Because we were talking, she's like, Joe, what'd you do for foreign language in school? And I was like, well, in high school I took language, but before that I didn't. And she's like, okay, what'd you take instead? I was like, well, I took the focus class. And she's like, okay, well, what's the focus class? I was like, well, the focus class is where we learn to pay better attention and be better students. And she was like, okay, well, how many people took that class? And I was like, 4. And she's like, how many people taught the class? And I was like, 4.
We broke up in public, so he wouldn't make a scene. And it was funny, on the way home from the breakup, I actually got pulled over by a cop who thought I was drunk, which was hilarious, because I've never been drunk, I've never done any drugs. Someone offered me weed once. They were like, Taylor, just try it, okay? It will open your eyes. You will learn things about yourself. And I'm like, yeah, no thank you. I already know I like Taco Bell. Don't need it. This cop did not believe me, though. He just kept asking me. He's like, how much have you had to drink? Have you been drinking? Are you drunk? And finally I was just like, no, I'm not drunk. I'm a little sad. Is there a sad driving test? I don't even know what that would look like. Instead of a breathalyzer, they just have you sigh into a harmonica. If it's on pitch, you can't go home. Too sad. Can't have that on the road.
I might be looking at the back of the chair. I don't know. I can't see past right here. I see the 4 girls, and then that's it. That's where it ends. What's your name, mystery woman? I feel like I'm on a dating show from the 1960s. Where you just can't see, and they're trying to set you up with someone. All right, let's play a game. What is your name? Lily. That's my grandma's name. I'm done. I'm out. Where are you from, Lily? The Southwest. Are you in the witness protection program? You didn't study up your materials before they let you out? What? Pues claro que hablo español. ¿Qué piensas que todos?
You know what I hate about Asian parents? They're so honest. They have no filter. They have no editing system. Whatever they think, they say. This is my dad. Good morning, Dad. You look ugly today. You look horrible. Don't go outside. You are ugly. You made me, motherfucker. When I was in high school, I used to bring girls into my house, right? I would introduce them to my dad. My dad would tell them stories about me, like secrets. Like dark shit. Hey, Dad, this is Stephanie. When Bobby was a little kid, he ate the dog poop in the front lawn. I said, hey, don't eat that. He said, I only had 1 piece. Nice to meet you, He still does it today. Hey, Dad, this is Cindy. When we lived in Minnesota, Bobby was molested by a retarded guy. I said, how did you get molested by a retard? I don't know.
Women are so interesting when they break up with a guy because they have to sugarcoat it because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, So it always comes out like, listen, I think you're awesome, but let's be friends. But I think you're awesome. I think a doctor should give you bad news the same way. Listen, I think you're healthy. To me, you're in perfect condition. But this paper says you have tapeworms. I don't think you have tapeworms. But this test, which is 100% accurate, says you...
I played football in high school. That's what you do. You play football in high school. Only problem with me was my freshman year of high school, I was 5'3" and 96 pounds. Yeah, the first time I got hit, I saw Jesus.
which is okay for most of you, but I'm Hindu. Do you realize how hard you have to be hit to see somebody else's God? I like how half of you got the joke and the other half's like, he's not Mexican? Only at the airport. Only at the airport. Straight through security. I know, right? I just keep walking.
Love white people. Y'all are awesome. Y'all jump off of mountains without parachutes. Y'all take ecstasy. Y'all are the bomb. Y'all keep messing with animals. No matter how many of y'all get killed, y'all still keep going after it, boy. I was watching the news the other day, and the newscaster was like, if you see a mountain lion, do not approach it. I was like, who is this commercial for? This is for white folks. Black people don't mess with animals. We cross the street when we see a squirrel. See the look in Alvin's face. Y'all be hiking and riding your bike all in the mountains and surprised when a mountain lion jump out and maul your punk ass. Where did he come from? He came from the mountains. It's a mountain lion.
What's the dumbest question that you got in a Target?
Do I work here?
Hold on a second. Do I work here? Is that somebody? I'm imagining something like just somebody coming up to you, be like, "Excuse me, do I work here? I don't have the red shirt, but do I work here?" And then what happens in that conversation after somebody comes up and they go, "Excuse me, do you work here?" Person in red shirt that says Target. You looked down at your name tag? You passive aggressive bitch. Excuse me, do you work here? Like your fucking lips purse up, they have to. There's no way. You can't not purse your lips when you can't be like, you got.
The thing is, nobody believes that I can speak Chinese. Not even my own father, right? It's like we go out to eat together all the time. We go to restaurants as a family, okay? We have a nice dinner. My dad's always like, hey, Joe, why don't you go ahead and order something from the waitress? And I'm like, Dad, I think that's a terrible idea. He goes, do it anyway. When the waitress comes by, why don't you get us some dumplings? And I'm like, all right, here we go. So, the waitress comes by and I go, 服务员, 你好, 我们要一笼饺子. And the waitress looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, get the f*** out of here right now. So we're walking to the parking lot. My dad goes, see, Joe, you can't speak Chinese after all. And I go, Dad, you realize we're banned for life from that Vietnamese place, right?